Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Walk in Favor Network. I'm your host, Pastor K. How was y'all weekend? I pray that you had an awesome weekend. Y'all, today's show is going to be a little bit different because I want to talk a little bit about some things that I experienced in life. Yesterday was Pastor K's birthday. Oh man, just an awesome all around great weekend. My church family took me to lunch. It was just awesome. I had so many people wishing me a happy birthday on all of the platforms, TikTok, on all of the different platforms. And I just want to personally thank everybody for your love, your well wishes. It means so very much to me. As I looked back over my life, I began to reflect. And I do this every year, and I also do it December 31st before I go into the new year. And as I reflected, I want to tell y'all, I know it was God's grace that carried me. Nothing but His grace carried me all these years. Through some ups and downs, I went through some things, but I know God was on my side. Some of the stuff that should have broke me, man, it built me up. Some of the things that could have caused me to give up, it just made me push a little bit harder, made me keep getting up every time something knocked me down, every time I experienced a challenge. It just kept me going. I shed some tears, but I had to keep pushing through it. I've had some heartaches, I've had some heartbreaks, but y'all, I also had some wonderful times in my life, and I thank the Most High for those times. Y'all, I had a great childhood, I must say. I always tell people, they like to say I'm a country girl. My grandmother used to always say, baby, you not country, you southern. It's a difference. And for those southern girls out there who know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. So I am from a small country town, but I just love where I came from, y'all. I was born and raised in Gainesville, Florida, so I am a native Floridian. And I thank God every single day for the people who raised me, my grandparents. Oh my God. I had so many life lessons, so much wisdom I grew up with. And so, like I say, I don't have one of those hard luck stories that a lot of people tell. I had a great childhood, y'all. I had a great high school. My school years were awesome. I will say this: in elementary school, I am a product of being probably at our school. We were some of the first to experience integration. So we were at elementary school. And one day they just bust us and said, "This where you're going now." So I am a person who was one of the first, of that generation to be in an integrated school. My high school and college years, y'all, it was phenomenal. I simply loved it, loved it, loved it. Loved my high school, my classmates. Shout out to all of my classmates from Santa Fe High School. I am a graduate of class of 79. To all of my Florida State University friends, I was a member of the FSU Marching Chiefs. To shout out to all of my Gunky sisters and brothers over there at Florida State. I also attended the University of South Florida and received a degree from there. So y'all, I don't have no complaints. As my aunt Weeby, God rest her soul, used to said before she departed this earth in transition, she said, "You know what, Keith? The world don't owe me nothing." So I feel kind of the same way. I didn't keep it all together all the time. Sometimes I made some mistakes in life along the way as an adult, but it was nothing that I'm ashamed of, or no skeletons in my closet. My grandmother used to always tell me, "Baby, don't walk around with skeletons in your closet. If there's one in there, you be the one to tell it. And if you know you're not guilty of something, you stand firm on that." And I've always lived my life on that. Now, people have their opinions of you. And You have to learn how to be okay. Everybody, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm all right with that. Everybody don't do me. I'm still good with that. But you know what? A lot of people poured love into me. A lot of people supported me, and I must always give honor to and reverence to the people who was here for me all throughout my years. And I just members of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, y'all just poured into me from the scholarships I received, just different things. I just want to thank y'all so much. I want to thank my church families for always being there. Divine Favor, New Progress, New Hope, New St. Mary. I just want to thank all of those places where I passed through in my life. Y'all, I had people that prayed for me, prayed with me, inspired me, taught me the importance of, standing on your morality. You was raised right. You got substance in you. Your name means something. You come from a family whose name means something. And I just want to shout out all of the Welch family that's on the Welch family tree, the Welches, the Jenkins, the Robertsons, the Lees. I just want to thank all of my family, the Straughters, everybody that poured into me, the Jones family. Y'all, I just had a great time in my life. Little regrets. And one thing that was taught to me was the importance of family unity, loyalty, love, morals, and keeping your word, being a person with character. I didn't make it through all of the ups and downs and the different things because I was such a strong person or I was a perfect person. I made it through because of the Most High's grace. And I tell everybody, don't live in the wreckage of your past. If you make a mistake, pick yourself up and keep going on. If people don't like you, people talk about you, lie on you, mistreat you, it's all right. Go on with your life. Don't get stuck there and be happy. Y'all, I made it through because of the lessons I learned. I made it through because a lot of lessons I was taught growing up prepared me for some of the things I would encounter as I aged. Yeah, some days I didn't feel like getting out of bed. One of the worst times of my life is the loss of my grandparents. Some of the that's a time losing your parents, your grandparents, aunts and uncles. I've had times I had to really push through. Really had to push through, y'all. I had some phenomenal women in my life. My grandmother, my aunts, my biological mother, my godmother, my aunties who were extended, aunties who claimed me. Y'all, I had some phenomenal women. I have sisters, y'all. Some are my blood sisters, and some are my chosen sisters. I got to shout y'all out. Y'all have stood there for me. Y'all have been there for me, supported me, and loved on me. My god sisters, my female cousins. One thing about the women that I have surrounded myself with all my life were phenomenal women. Women of substance, women of character, women who understood how to carry themselves with grace, women who held their head up high even when they were going through a storm. They taught me strength. I just thank God for y'all. I'm not going to start naming all of you because if I omit somebody, it'll be a problem. So all of you, you know who you are. I want to thank the men in my life, my grandfather, my father, stepfather, man, my uncles, my brothers. Y'all, I got quite a few siblings. I got quite a few brothers. I just want to thank all of you. And I got some really, really good male cousins. And I even got some good male friends in my life that has never crossed the line to be anything other than friendship. And I just thank God for you men in my life. Y'all didn't cross the line. You didn't touch me in ways you shouldn't have. You always been protectors of me, and I thank you all for that. So when I tell people I don't live the story of abuse from the men in my family, these men protected me, and I thank God for all of my uncles, all of my aunts' husbands, y'all. I shout you all out. Thank you all so very much. It's been an awesome ride, and I always tell people I trust and I believe that I got some more years, and I pray that I do have some more years. But you know what? That song, I think Fantasia and her mother sings, if he doesn't do anything else, he's already done enough for me. I am so grateful. I got some more things I've asked God for. Y'all call it a bucket list. I call that's going on. That's on my prayer list that I can check off when it manifests. That's how I look at it. Yes, y'all, I've grieved before. I've lost before. I've had relationships to end before. So I don't just tell you stuff I read from a book or share with you just emails from your experiences. I have life experiences also. But one thing I will tell you that I would like for you to think about. Sometime you might ask God, Lord, why me? And then I wondered, Lord, something down on the inside makes me not want to give up. And that's you, Lord. So y'all stand firm on being determined to keep going on. Don't give up hope. Even when things seem like it's upside down and like you can't make it through, like you feel abandoned, like you in it all by yourself. You never really are. That's part of the enemy's tactic, is to mess with our mind and to get us off track. So don't do that. But one thing I want to leave with you today. What I won't do is I will never anymore live my life centered around and being focused on other people's stuff and other people's problems. I will prioritize my peace. I will prioritize my self-care. I will not be in any toxic situations. I just can't have that in my space. God has brought me through too many things, y'all. The doctor said no, but God said yes. It is not the reason I celebrate life so much is in my born day. People say, well, I don't celebrate holidays. Well, good for you, but I celebrate mine because I remember a time when the doctor said I would not be here to celebrate my birthday, my 55th at that. So I decided I'm going to have me a double nickel birthday party. And I want everybody to wear all white. And a lot of people don't know this, but I only invited 55 people for my 55th. Now, they all didn't show up, and that's still okay. I'm all good with that. But what they didn't understand is as I was sitting there and looking around, I was saying to myself, they don't even realize. The doctor said after today, I had about 2 more weeks left. But as I was sitting there thinking, you know what? I'm looking at my repast. They think this is a birthday party. This is my repast right here, and I'm going to be a part of it. But the longer the party went on, and the more everybody was dancing and having a good time, the Holy Spirit spoke in my ear and said, it ain't over yet. So, y'all who's sitting there thinking it's over, it's not over until God says it's over. And he ain't told Pastor K it's over yet. Live your life to the fullest. Keep a smile on your face. You're going to get through it. That setback is a setup. Something better is coming for you. Y'all enjoy your day. And thank you all so much for just allowing me to give a little bit of transparency about me today. Thank you all for watching. Share the video with other people. Like the video. If you do nothing else, hit the thumbs up for me, okay? And subscribe to the channel. And you know what? Call up 10 people in your phone contacts today and send this video to them or let them know. I want you to watch this video on YouTube, and I want you to hit the thumbs up, okay? Y'all do that for me today. That would be a birthday gift for me. All right. Y'all be blessed. Watch as well as pray. I will see you back tomorrow.